Hello dear students, let us study today determination of total hardness of given water sample. Myself Shwetambika P, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Vivekananda College of Engineering and Technology, giving you the demo of part B, volumetric analysis, first experiment, determination of total hardness. So let us start with the demonstration now. As we have already given the video lectures on the theory part of the demo, let me now give a crisp demo on how the experimental conduction could be carried out. So, entire experiment would be viewed to have two parts. First one is determination of standard solution of EDTA and second one is estimation of hardness. So, here we require mainly four chemicals. Let me show you that. One is disodium salt of EDTA, salt, then hard water, that is the compound which we want to estimate, then a buffer to maintain the reaction medium pH at 10, then indicator, that is eriochrome black tea. Now let us proceed with the first part. Initially you will be given with the EDTA salt. Let me tell in clear way how the weighing process is carried out. So first this is called as weighing bottle. EDTA, that is disodium salt of EDTA, will be given to you. Then take a 250 ml standard flask and a funnel. Both must be cleaned. Then transfer the disodium salt of EDTA completely. This weighing bottle you have to reweigh. Now you had first weight W1, second weight W2. If you take the difference, you will get how much EDTA we have taken for the preparation of standard solution. Now let us go for dissolution of the salt. Take little bit amount of distilled water and then transfer the salt with the aid of distilled water. Okay. Little amount of water is sufficient in the step 1. Okay. Completely transfer the salt to the standard flask. So once this is done, then you can go for dissolution. Okay. While you go for dissolution, you can take the funnel. We don't want that, so you can take it out and then swirl the content a bit. In fact, here we have two options. We can directly go for dissolution, but in that case we have to swirl the content a lot and it takes a long time for you to make the dissolution. So here, to save your time, you can add 2 to 3 drops of ammonia reagent to the standard flask. Okay, ammonia solution to be added about 2 to 3 drops. Yes. When you do that, the medium turn basic and disodium salt of EDTA would undergo immediate dissolution. Okay. As you proceed for dissolution of the salt, you can add water little by little and then go for swirling. Swirl the content very well so that every single speck, that is the last particle of the EDTA, also dissolves. Okay. Take lot of precautions while you prepare standard solution, because this standard solution is taken for the estimation. Any change in the strength of the solution, your titer values are going to be affected. So let us proceed with the dissolution of EDTA. So as I am proceeding with the dissolution, more and more crystals are getting dissolved. Let us continue slowly and then prepare the standard solution. Okay. Now almost all the EDTA crystals, disodium salt of EDTA is dissolved. So we can go for standardization. But here remember, take sufficient care when you reach the standard flask where you are near the mark. So don't proceed with wash bottle now. Take a beaker in which you take distilled water and then take a filler. Okay. Using the filler, you have to go for standardization, because any excess amount you add beyond 250 ml would vary the strength of the solution and your estimation would be an error. So here standardization part is familiar as you have done the instrumental method of analysis. So you have to make the solution up to the mark. This is a colorless solution, so you have to take the lower meniscus. Once it is done, you have to put the stopper and then holding the stopper, so invert it well so that sample won't be lost. You would shake it well for uniform concentration. So this is an important part because solution must have same concentration throughout. So let me summarize now what we have done. Initially, using the weighing bottle, we had taken the disodium salt of EDTA, which we transferred to standard flask. Then we added 2 drops of ammonia to dissolve, and then the solution is made up to the mark and standard solution is ready. This is the first part. Now we have to take a 50 ml burette, and this burette must be washed well with the water. Also take little amount of EDTA, rinse the burette well and fill the burette with the EDTA. This part you are familiar because you know how to use the burette. So what I have done is, priorly I have filled the disodium salt of EDTA in this and it is made ready. Okay. So here you can take the sample to your eye level. There is no restriction that you have to take it till 0. It is always better we take it to our eye level. If you take till here or here, both the cases parallax error will be added, that is eye level error will come. Now if you take in this level, that is for my height, I am taking it to 20. So now here you have to note down in your observation book, initial value as 20.0. Must to be written with the decimal 20.0. Now let us go for the estimation of hardness, that is the second part. So here in the lab we would give hard water in a reagent bottle. This is a synthetically prepared hard water which contains some dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium. What we have to do now is, the hard water must be pipetted out. Okay? So take a clean conical flask which must be cleaned with the distilled water. Similarly, take a pipette. This is a 25 ml pipette. Clean and rinse it with the water, and then we are going for pipetting the hard water. The pipette also must be rinsed with the hard water, which is already been done. Conical flask must not be rinsed with the sample because we want exactly 25 ml of hard water. Anything more, our estimation would be wrong. So don't rinse the conical flask with the sample, only with the distilled water. Let me go for pipetting now. Always hold the pipette with the forefinger, adjust the level of hard water to the mark of the pipette, and then pipette out 25 ml of hard water to the conical flask. Okay. So let the solution flow freely to the conical flask so that it would be a liquid sample. Just touch the tip of the pipette to the conical flask so that any last traces, if remains, also flows to the conical flask. So hard water is taken for the analysis. Now by procedure we have to add a buffer solution which is nothing but buffer of ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride. We know by theory it maintains the pH at 10. So take a test tube. Usually in our lab we would give a rubber band here so that about 5 ml could be estimated. This particular pipette is having the capacity of 13 ml. So almost 1/4 of the test tube we have to take the buffer solution. So take buffer solution approximately 1/4 of the test tube and transfer it into the hard water. Okay, so here we have turned the medium basic. So swirl the content well. Let the medium be uniform. Then go for addition of the indicator, that is aerochrome black tea. Okay, see now, just bend this solution of EBT to the conical flask. 1 or 2 drops are sufficient. Excess may generate a color very darker and endpoint detection may be very difficult. So carefully add the indicator, don't add too much excess. Okay. Yes. 2 drops of EBT indicator is added. One more information, EBT is available in both solid and liquid form. We are giving for you to conduct the experiment in the liquid form. So 2 drops of EBT would combine with the few ions of calcium and magnesium to give a metal EBT complex of wine red color. Properly see this color. This is the initial point of the titration. Now let us go for the titration. Always you keep a porcelain plate so that color change would be evidently seen. Then initially, if you are not so confident with the titration, you can adjust your burette to a certain flow rate, that is not very fast, also not very slow. Now here at somewhat medium pace, you adjust the drops by convention. To the right hand you have to have the conical flask and left hand the nozzle of the burette. Okay, this way we have to hold and then go for titration. Now during the titration, EDTA would react with the remaining calcium and magnesium to give a metal EDTA complex. But since the complex is colorless, we would be having only wine red color. So let us proceed now. Titration must be continued very slowly in drops because it is an example for complexometric titration. Okay. Let us go slowly and then learn the color changes. See, as we proceed, there is no change with the color. Wine red color remains as such. But when we proceed in a similar manner, okay, we must get color change to clear blue. The clear blue color must not have any interference of the wine red color. So that care we must take towards the end point. That is why procedure says continue to titrate slowly near the end point. So here now EDTA is reacting with remaining calcium and magnesium. At the last point, when all the calcium and magnesium is estimated using EDTA, the EDTA would attack the complex of metal indicator, break it into free ion with then complexes with EDTA, and EBT indicator would be left free. And the free EBT indicator always imparts blue color to the medium since we have maintained the pH at 10, that is using the buffer. Okay, we are almost reaching the end point. Let us proceed to see the color changes. Yes, that wine red is getting interfered with the blue color. So few drops addition we would end up in getting blue. See here actually we got a color change and we feel that wine red is lost, but there is an interference to get with the blue and red. So this is not the color. It exactly requires a drop more and the color is sharply changed to clear blue color solution. So wine red color is now changed to blue color, shows that EBT indicator is made free and titration endpoint is reached. Okay, now let me summarize what we have done. First we have to pipette out 25 ml hard water, then 1/4 test tube of buffer, then 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator, then titrate against EDT. Color must change from wine red to blue. Once you are done with the titration, then you have to take the burette out and read the reading. Now initial reading was 20.0 and final reading what I got is 29.0. If I take the final minus initial, that is the difference between final and initial value, I would get volume of EDTA consumed as a 9 ml. These data is then applied for normality equation, that is N into V of hard water equated to N into V of EDTA, which then converted to hardness of the sample. Thank you.